Hello, I'm Les Shepard, Chief Architect of the General Services Administration. Building and preserving a legacy of quality federal architecture, that is what the General Services Administration's Design Excellence Program is all about. The Design Excellence Program brings distinguished private sector design professionals together with GSA personnel and its federal agency clients for one simple but important objective: to hire the best designers in the nation to work on GSA projects and to secure high-quality design and construction for federal facilities. This video will walk you through the Design Excellence Architect Engineer Selection and Design Review process. It will outline the objective and your role and responsibilities at each stage of the process. This video is divided into 4 parts. Part 1 details stage 1 of the selection process, portfolio evaluations. Here we will talk about the evaluation board, its composition, and its responsibility for evaluating portfolio submissions and developing a short list of lead designers and their teams to interview. Part 2 focuses on stage 2 of the selection process: architect-engineer team interviews, ranking the teams, and making a recommendation to the GSA selection authority. Part 3 discusses a one-day design charrette, which may become part of the stage 2 process for some projects. Here, an independent jury of private sector design professionals evaluates architect-engineer teams' visions for specific projects and provides valuable feedback to the evaluation board in making its ranking and recommendation to the GSA selection authority. Part 4 is about design review. Once an architect-engineer team is under contract to design a GSA project, a group of 3 to 4 private sector design professionals from GSA's National Register of Peer Professionals will review and critique the design concepts at the architect-engineer team and provide GSA and the design team with guidance for development. Today you are here to complete stage 1 of the process to develop the short list of lead designers and their firms. I would like to thank you for agreeing to serve on the Design Excellence Architect Engineer Evaluation Board. The selection of a top quality lead designer and AE team to do a GSA project is the heart of the Design Excellence Program. This important task will be primarily accomplished by you.
The Design Excellence Program recognizes that the talents of certain people are particularly appropriate for certain projects, and that if you have 10 different architects designing the same building, you are not going to get the same value from all 10 designers. Our role in the selection process is to try to identify that designer that, for a given budget and for a given project schedule, will deliver to the federal government and in turn to the people of the United States the highest value.
In accordance with federal regulations, the board is composed of individuals with experience in architecture, engineering, construction, and government-related acquisition matters. The board is appointed with concurrence of the chief architect by the GSA selecting official, who is the assistant regional administrator or the regional administrator or their designee where the project is located. The board is composed of 5 individuals. 1, a GSA architect or related design professional from the region in which the project is located. 2, a GSA engineer from the region. 3, a GSA architect selected by the chief architect to represent the Office of the Chief Architect. 4, a representative of the federal client agency. 5, and a private sector design professional. The private sector design professional is selected by the Director of Design Excellence and the Arts in the Office of the Chief Architect from the National Register of Peer Professionals. These peer professionals are appointed by the Commissioner of the Public Building Service. By combining individual expertise in various disciplines across the country, the board has a broad diversity. This allows each member to learn from the others.
I think the important thing as a peer is to help raise the level of understanding about the architects, about their qualities, about their differences. I believe that we bring a special insight from outside the room, as it were, in understanding some of the unknowns about some of the architects, particularly less known emerging architects about their strengths and qualities. And we serve as a group that can ask questions that may be rhetorical, but help, I think, in the enlightenment and the dialogue that progresses with the selection.
The chairperson is responsible for maintaining the integrity of the evaluation process. He or she is also responsible for preparing the final evaluation report and submitting it to the GSA selecting official. 2 or 3 non-voting advisors may be involved in the activities of the board. Their job is to assist the board in its evaluation. They may not be present during board deliberations or voting. Approximately 2 months prior to this meeting, the GSA project manager posted an electronic notice in FedBizOps. This notice described the project and invited interested lead designers and their firms to submit portfolios to establish their design excellence capabilities. You evaluate the portfolios submitted and prepare a short list of lead designers and their firms for further consideration in Stage 2.
One of the strengths of the Design Excellence Program is that it allows emerging designers to compete on an equal basis with other firms. The Stage 1 process really is a level playing field. You're looking for good solutions from anybody who has them to present as part of their portfolio. The Stage 2 process really then allows that emerging firm to create a whole team that can completely address all of the needs of customers. This allows GSA to take advantage of the talents of the emerging designer plus that of the whole team. It minimizes the risk to GSA.
Your evaluation and selection will be based on 3 factors. 1, past design performance of the lead designer and his or her design firm. The lead designer has submitted up to 3 projects completed within the last 10 years. The design firm has submitted 5 projects.
Stage 1 portfolio submission should really demonstrate how thoughtful and creative the architects are in solving their clients' problems. You should be able to see how the solutions specifically address that client's problems. Reviewers, in looking at past performance of the firms, should look at the ways in which the project met the project requirements. Did it meet the budget? Did it meet the quality required? Did it meet the schedule? Did it offer innovative solutions to the project? Were the solutions environmentally friendly? Was the customer satisfied with the final product? There shouldn't be a specific architectural style that we were looking for. Instead, we should look at the solutions that were presented.
2, design philosophy and the approach of the lead designer. The lead designer has submitted a 2-page written statement of his or her overall design philosophy. The statement also includes his or her understanding of the design issues for this project and philosophy for approaching the design of this particular project. And lastly, it includes his or her commitment to the project.
The lead designer's design philosophy statement is a key component of the Stage 1 portfolio. In addition to looking at their overall design philosophy, I think the lead designer should understand that it's a great opportunity for them to speak directly to the panel about how they might approach this project in a specific manner. We also definitely look for the connection between their philosophy statement and the work they submitted. The two must, I think, be in harmony.
3, the profile of the lead designer. This includes education, professional experience, and recognition for design efforts. It also includes a description of his or her area of responsibility for projects.
It's not important that you have GSA work, but it is important that you have previous work of a scale, size, dollar value, or complexity that's similar to the project that you're going for in the GSA.
The lead designer may be an individual, studio, or close collaboration of individuals. The design firm may be one firm, a joint venture, a prime plus consultants, or a consortium. Each board member is responsible individually for evaluating and scoring the qualifications of each lead designer and his or her firm. An evaluation criteria sheet will be provided by the chairperson.
We always use the evaluation sheets that were published in the criteria that's published in the Federal Business Opportunity Announcement. individually, as an individual evaluator, we take that information and use it to evaluate each of the submissions that we have. Then we will come together as a group and put forth our top 5, let's say, and then start deliberating or discussing the merits of the firms that we see up on the board. In many cases, there'll be unanimous agreement on 1 or 2 firms. In other cases, we will talk about the pros and cons of the different firms, adjusting scores as necessary when new information is revealed to other members of the board. That way, we're trying to build consensus and having, ideally, a unanimous selection process for the shortlist.
After the board has deliberated and prepared a short list of lead designers and their firms, the board will adjourn.
Shortlisted teams should really ideally be consisted of a broad group of firms. The ideal would be to have small firms, large firms, minority firms, emerging firms. That way, as you come out of stage 1 with all of these very talented firms but coming from different directions, the stage 2 process could be very exciting because you'll find a number of innovative solutions that you might not have considered when you see their whole team being pulled together.
The lead designers and their firms will be given 30 to 45 days to assemble comprehensive AE teams. They will submit detailed information in Standard Form 330 on their team's technical qualifications and professional experience. The board will then reconvene at the GSA regional office to interview each of the lead designers and their team. It will rank the teams based on the interviews and the information provided in the SF 330. The ranking with supporting evaluations will be given to the GSA selecting official. Each step of the evaluation process is very important to ensure the integrity and credibility of the process and to achieve the best possible result. We ask several things of you. We ask that you be diligent in your review and give each applicant the time and attention he or she deserves. That you be open-minded so the selection process is inclusive, giving equal opportunity to new and emerging design talent. That you be patient and considerate of your colleagues. Create a collaborative, constructive environment for discussion. Each member of the board should feel free to express his or her opinions so that everyone can support the final decisions and recommendations.
You have to have people that are open to other opinions and to not come into the selection panel with predetermined notion of what the outcome will be.
Finally, we ask that above all you be honest and fair in your evaluations and deliberations. If you have a conflict of interest of a personal or financial nature with respect to any of the applicants, please speak with a contracting officer. And if for any reason you cannot be objective in your evaluations and views, excuse yourself from the board. Our buildings will only be as good as the architects and engineers we hire to design them. We want the best and most creative talent in the nation doing GSA projects. We want our new buildings to be a meaningful contribution to the nation's public architectural heritage, and through our modernization program to extend the useful life of our inventory of existing buildings, many of which are historic. Above all, we want our buildings to be highly efficient and functional for our customers, environmentally responsible, and of enduring value in the communities in which they are located. Through our buildings, we want to make quality government visible to the public. Only you can make this happen. Thank you.